that you followed all week.
Yeah, the 15-year-old convicted of killing her mother and shooting her stepfather. Those three charges included first-degree murder, attempted murder, and tampering with evidence. Three News Sides for Alicia Gavin speaks with both sides following the verdict and subsequent sentencing.
Count one, we the jury find the defendant, Carly Madison Gregg, guilty of first-degree murder as charged in the indictment.
15-year-old Carly Madison Gregg was found guilty on all three counts she was charged with. First-degree murder after shooting and killing her mother, Ashley Smiley, attempted murder after shooting her stepfather, Heath Smiley, and tampering with evidence after she took down a security camera in her Brandon home where the crime took place. The jury heard closing arguments from both sides before making its decision. The state walked through evidence and testimony of the case to argue their point that Gregg knew what she was doing was wrong. The defense arguing for the last time that this was a psychotic break for the teenager and she does not remember the crime.
The dog walks behind her, you'll see it. He walks behind her and she knows to, oh, let me make sure he doesn't knock the gun off. Cool, calm, and calculated. She knew exactly what she was doing.
When they already have these underlying significant mental health disorders and they get treated with the wrong medication, this is what can happen.
Once the guilty verdict was announced, the jury returned to deliberation to determine Gregg's sentence. The state asked for life in prison without the possibility of parole. The defense asked the jury to allow the judge to make that decision. The jury ruled in favor of the state's request. The state is pleased with the decision for Gregg to spend the rest of her life in prison, despite her being 15.
We feel like life imprisonment really is the only sentence that meets the crime, regardless of her age. If someone had committed this crime that was 40 years old, I don't even think that we'd be asking those questions, and so that's sort of how we look at it.
But this is not the end of the defense's fight for Carly's freedom.
She's doing okay. She's hanging in there. Yeah, she's not. She was very when it came down. She was upset. We'll definitely be appealing.
In Rankin County, for Alicia Gavin, 3 on your side.